Hey y'all, what is up? Nanubi back again with yet another video, and today I will be reviewing Athletic Brewing Company's non-alcoholic beer, this one being Athletic Lite. Now they advertise this as being, I guess a light beer is what they call it, which I guess it means just like a less flavorful version of what would be like an American lager. At least that's like what I would guess. And yeah, just like the standard packaging. Unfortunately, the way I have my camera set up, this time I can't read everything out, but I can tell that it's not focused. There we go. Hopefully you guys, it'll be focused enough where you can see what's on the side properly or not. I don't know. Maybe it's not focusing. It's looking like it's not really focusing that well. So I may give up on it. But I will say this by far has been my favorite packaging. I really like this very simple, simplistic design that they put forth in this one. So very cool. Anyways, I'll be pouring it into the little Instagram, I guess like beer / tea glass that I got, which I reviewed in a previous video. You can check that review out if you want. Now, hopefully this pour will be a little bit better than the previous pour that I did. Trying to get a better handle of how to pour these things out. There we go. So we're kind of getting like a nice like orangish color. Fairly clear. Definitely getting some sort of like beer smell. It's a little bit weedier than other non-alcoholic beers that I've tried. But it's also like fainter. So this is definitely like the most faint smelling non-alcoholic beer that I've tried. And I've tried the Atletica Cerveza, which is also from the Athletic Brewing Company. I've tried the Suntory All Free, which I think is like it's supposed to be an IPA style from Amazon. And I've also tried the Budweiser Zero, which I guess is just like non-alcoholic Budweiser is what's supposed to be. But now it's time for the test. Oh my goodness. This is very, very light. This almost tastes like sparkling water. This is like the lightest, most flavorless non-alcoholic beer that I've ever had, which makes it like the least offensive, just because, you know, in general, I find non-alcoholic beers to be, and I would assume that most beers would be this way too, somewhat bitter. And granted, I'm like a soda drinker who's looking for something else to drink other than soda, but they just have seemed to be a bit bitter and odd tasting, if I'm going to be completely honest. But this is definitely very, very faint. Like you don't really have much flavor at all. It would be really hard for me to understand why anyone would say this tastes bad. I can understand why someone would say this doesn't taste good. You know, there isn't really a whole lot of flavor in this, but I do think that like there's a nice hint, especially the aftertaste. You almost get like a little bit more of like the beer type flavor from the aftertaste, which is nice because I noticed, especially with the Budweiser Zero, the aftertaste was just 1000% bitterness. It's like exactly what you would get from most sparkling waters. I noticed this especially with LaCroix and Bubbly, that like you just like drink it and then you just get hit with this tang of bitterness. Notice that a little bit with non-alcoholic beers, but this does not have any like sharp, painfully bitter aftertaste. Like this is for sure my favorite here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep on trying non-alcoholic beers, but if I do, like this is definitely my favorite by far. Which I guess proves how American I am, because this is supposed to be like the typical American light drink, but hey, what can I say? I actually like enjoyed this a lot. Like I've mentioned in the previous review that I did for the Atletica Cerveza, that with the Budweiser Zero, I couldn't drink 2 cans in a row because it was so bitter that it would just like overpower, and I just like couldn't take it. The Atletico Cerveza, I don't know if the same thing would happen. I'd have to try that a little bit more and see. But I know for a fact, like, these things, if I wanted to, I could just, like, drink, like, a whole pack in a day. And I would not at all feel like concerned with the bitterness, or it would not be offensive to me. So definitely recommend this. If you're someone who thinks that a lot of non-alcoholic beers or beers in general come off pretty strong, this does not. So, you know, if you don't like if you don't like the flavor of what you tried before and you haven't tried this, I would definitely recommend trying it. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I'm going to go and enjoy this while watching an episode of Better Things on Hulu. It's a fun show. I'm enjoying it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And, yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Let me end the video here.